This lesson is on triangles. One thing you need to remember is that all triangles equal 180 degrees. Here's the simple steps. We need to find the missing angle in a triangle. So you add up the two angles you do know. So take 70 and 80 and you add them together. 70 plus 80 equals 150. The second step is subtract that answer, this one right here, from 180. So we go right here, 180 minus 150, because we know that all three sides have to equal 180. 180 minus 150 equals 30. Well, that answer is right here. This is 30 degrees. So now we're saying that if we add all three of these together, it will equal 180. Let's prove that. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 3, and notice I'm going to take this 7 and the 3 and I'm going to add them first in my head because I know that 7 and 3 go together nicely to make a nice 10. So 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 8 is 18. I could do it this other way. 7 plus 8 is 15, and 15 plus 3 is 18. So it's 180 degrees. So there's our proof that this angle right here is 30 degrees, because we add them all up, they equal 180 degrees. So that's our simple proof for that. Let's take a look at some other proofs that we could look at. Let's set this aside for right now. We know that if we take a straight line, it is worth 180 degrees. We know if we take another straight line, that is also worth 180 degrees, and we set them perpendicular to each other. We know that this here is 90, this here is 90, this here is 90, and this here is 90. And we could take a rectangle, and we could place that rectangle around it, and we know that this rectangle, or even a square, is going to equal 90 degrees because this angle right here is 90, this angle right here is 90, this angle right here is 90, and this angle right here is 90. So we have 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90. Well, 90 and 90 is 180, 180 and 100, so 360 degrees. And remember how opposite angles are going to be the same, so that's why we have this interior angle here is 90 degrees, these exterior angles are 90 degrees. So all rectangles are 360, and if we take a square or a rectangle, we cut it in half. Well, if this is half of it and it total equals 360, this must be 180. This must be 180, and this must be 180. So this is one proof that triangles equal 180 degrees. You can also take a triangle ABC here, and if you tear off the three corners like we did here, tear off those three corners, and we put all the points together, so we've got this angle here, we've got this angle here, we've got this angle here. What do you notice we have here across the bottom? We have a straight line, and all straight lines equal 180 degrees. So we have two proofs here of a 180 degree triangle. So let's use what we know to figure out all the angles in this object. Well, remember what we said about this nice little angle, right? This little angle identifier right there. It lets me know that this is a right angle. Oh, that's nice. I know that's 90 degrees. I feel good about that. 90 degrees. And I know that this straight line right here that it sets on, it equals 180 degrees. So if this is 90 degrees here, this must be 90 degrees here, because 90 plus 90 equals 180. And I know this is 50. Well, this line here, this blue line that we're going to draw here, we're going to make this a blue line so we can see it. This must also equal 180 degrees, but this is 50, so 180 minus 50 equals 30. I'm sorry, 130. So this must be equal 130 degrees. All right. So now we got to figure out, we don't know what these are. Well, we know that this shape here forms a triangle here. And triangles also equal, like lines, equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to add these two together. 50 plus 90. What is 50 plus 90? It is 140. So 180. So 180 minus 140 equals 40. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 40 degrees. So that must mean this is 40 degrees. Well, we have this still a straight line, which equals 180 degrees. So if we cut this straight line in half, this is 40. Well, I know the total thing has to be 180, so I have 180 minus 40, and I have 140. So this must be 140. Now, I can use what I know about vertical angles, the opposite angles, that this is 140, this must be 140, and this is 40, that must be 40. Or I can prove it. Let's take a look, and we'll look at this red. We'll call it a red line here. We'll make it a red line here. And so we say we know this has to equal 180. This red line has to equal 180. Well, we have 40. Well, 180 minus 40 is 140. So that must mean this is 140. And if this is 140, 180 minus 40 equals 40. And by the way, notice opposite angles. So now we know all the angles in this object.